Imagine a thriving metropolis, a pinnacle of ancient achievement, completely swallowed by the sea in a single, terrifying day and night of misfortune. This vanished world has haunted the human imagination for millennia. Yet the original coordinates for this lost empire come from just one man, writing in Athens around 360 BC, Plato. In his dialogues Timaeus and Critias, Plato introduced Atlantis as a documented historical account. He claimed the details were a direct translation of ancient Egyptian temple records, acquired by the Greek statesman Solon more than 2 centuries earlier. By presenting this as a formal translation of temple records, rather than a local fable, Plato provided a source code for a lost civilization. It transformed a standard myth into a physical target, triggering a centuries-long obsession to uncover a vanished golden age. Plato's text provides precise engineering specifications for the capital. The city consisted of 3 alternating rings of land and water, expanding in perfect circles from a central island. Complex canals connected the rings to the sea, inner walls were plated with exotic metals, and water rings docked a massive naval fleet. This hyper-detailed blueprint provided the template for every utopian concept in Western literature. The sheer technical specificity of the description continues to force modern science to ask if Plato was recording a physical reality. The mainstream archaeological consensus identifies Atlantis as a philosophical allegory, likely inspired by the real-life Minoan civilization of the Bronze Age. This Mediterranean empire was centered on the islands of Crete and Thera. Around 1600 BC, the civilization was crippled by a massive volcanic eruption that caused a significant portion of the island to collapse into the sea. However, this local event is much smaller and significantly younger than the empire Plato described. To fit the Minoan theory, one has to assume Plato was wrong about the date, the location, and the scale of the civilization. Wider evidence suggests a much older mystery. There are more than 200 global flood myths, from Native American oral traditions to the cuneiform tablets of Mesopotamia, that recall a great deluge destroying an earlier world. Plato's Atlantis stands as the most detailed iteration of this ancestral human memory, a shared global trauma of a worldwide cataclysm that ended a forgotten era. Recent geophysical data points away from the Mediterranean and directly toward the location Plato specified, beyond the Pillars of Hercules, on the mid-Atlantic ridge. This search focuses on the Azores, a volcanic archipelago situated directly atop a volatile triple junction on the mid-Atlantic tectonic ridge. Geological history includes a process called isostasy. During the last ice age, the crushing weight of massive glaciers depressed the North American crust into the mantle. This created a seesaw effect, forcing the connected oceanic plate at the mid-Atlantic ridge to rise significantly above current sea levels. When the ice melted, the seesaw reversed. As the weight was removed from the continent, the mid-Atlantic ridge subsided catastrophically. This explains why deep-sea core samples taken 2 miles below the Atlantic surface have revealed prehistoric shallow-water beach sand. This oceanographic evidence suggests a continent-sized landmass once existed where Plato placed Atlantis, and that it vanished beneath the waves as the result of a documented geophysical collapse. The geological timeline confirms a massive spike in global sea levels, known as Meltwater Pulse 1b. This event caused rapid, catastrophic flooding exactly 11,600 years ago. This date aligns with Plato's record. The Egyptian priest told Solon that Atlantis was destroyed 9,000 years before his visit. Since Solon's visit occurred around 600 BC, the 2 timelines converge on the same century. This alignment creates significant friction with mainstream archaeology, which maintains a linear timeline of human progress. The orthodox view holds that complex civilization only emerged roughly 6,000 years ago. However, the physical evidence of rapid subsidence and global flooding suggests human history is much older and more cyclical than the standard textbooks admit. We must eventually decide if Atlantis is a philosophical warning about the hubris of empires, or a literal record of a civilization crushed by a planetary shift. If the ocean floor is truly hiding the sunken peaks of a lost world, the ruins of our ancestors are still down there in the dark, waiting to rewrite the story of where we came from.